Already named it WrestleMania 2018.
Does this get my good side?
It does. It gets your good side.
Also, we're on.
We're on what? Oh, god damn it, Chris. We're on. Okay, it's Real Aussie with John Ritland and
The Terminator.
And a WrestleMania 34. What are you, WrestleMania 34?
Inconsistent and ill-conceived. But it has good spots.
I don't want to say all of it was ill-conceived because I sort of was, especially during the main event, I was able to think a lot about how some of these moves were a good thing. But boy, this show, what are you like? This was weird. This was not WCW TNA levels of bad, especially end of WCW pay-per-views.
Despite seemingly popular belief.
Yes, sorry, you can think that if you want. You're wrong. Everyone's allowed to have opinions, but your opinion is wrong. We're going to go through bit by bit and come up with our grade as we go.
Yes.
Pre-show had Renee, Booker, JBL, and Otunga at first. Fortunately, JBL got off camera quickly. The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, you had King and JR on commentary and Saxton. A Mojo Rider spot was pretty cool.
Yes.
That was pretty cool. I think Mojo's got at least potential to be a mid-card jobber. But he's got, at least they're giving him a heel turn. The Delete 10. Delete 10. That
was brilliant.
That was fun stuff. That was good stuff. And there were some good moments, and Primo the Colon was there.
Mm-hmm. But as things began to whittle down, and we were left with the final four, which I believe was Ty Dillinger, no,
there was Ziggler,
yep, Baron,
and then Matt.
Yes,
that was final three, and then the weird old glitchy shit that Bray does,
and Bray Wyatt appears, and you're thinking, oh boy, he's going to help Matt Hardy. And you'd be correct.
Because he did.
Because he was, the evilness was deleted. It
was a lot of words.
No, it was a lot of,
it was a lot of D's and
syllables.
That too. This, though, it was pretty cool. Bray helped Matt win. We have Bray and Matt as a team. Mm-hmm. You have been saying that should happen for a while.
Indubitably.
I was hoping that they would have Bray and Matt and Jeff versus Sanity. Maybe in a call-up, maybe in a future pay-per-view. Because I think I'd be for it. It wasn't a great match, but Matt winning was pretty cool. They never do anything with the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winners anyway. You might as well give it to a guy.
Yes, they do. They make them lose.
Okay, they don't do anything good with them. Well, they did get Baron Corbin a briefcase a year after he won.
Yeah.
And then he failed to cash it in. Mm-hmm. His chances have receded. So, not bad. It wasn't bad. And then we had Cedric Alexander versus Mustafa Ali.
In a terrific match.
Oh, God, this was great. This should have closed the pre-show, though. You should have had two back-to-back.
This could have closed the show, and I don't think anyone would complain.
And true enough. This really should have kicked off the main show, though.
Yes.
But...
Main Sholo.
Yes.
Sholo, Arizona.
My show. No. It was a showcase of stuff.
Yes.
I hated...
A showcase of the Immortals.
Yes. And the Mortals. But this was a great showcase of both these guys. The Spanish Fly, C4, whatever you call it, great stuff. Ali with the Ali Ababwa, the Sub-Zero stuff. Oh man, that was great. It was very DJ-Z inspired. It's also inspired by Daft Punk. Mm-hmm. Look that up if you don't know what I'm talking about.
This Daft Punk.
One more time.
You Daft Punk.
There we go. Okay. So, I hated the split screen shit, though.
Yes.
On their own network, they're advertising for a show we're watching. Kevin Dunn, I know that you're inbred, but you're a dumb fuck. Vince, I know you're senile and you're stubborn, but what the fuck?
And Stephanie, I know you're a McMahon, but seriously.
Yeah, what the fuck? I say I can't wait for Triple H to take over, but unfortunately, I mean Stephanie has more power. But
does she already?
This is true. But let's go back to that match. Great match. Cedric won, which I was a bit surprised by. Everybody that got the flashier entrance seemed to lose. Mm-hmm. But still, neither guy looked weak. Ali and Cedric had a great show of respect at the end, as opposed to another match later in the show. Cedric won. Great stuff. Yep. Drake, happy for his boys, and he won. And in that jacket, the most dialed down jacket of the show.
Oh God. Yeah.
Because Corey and Jarrett were dueling with...
I don't think anything beats Byron Saxton's Liberace outfit from
Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that
2 days ago. It's okay. This has been a long
This
weekend.
weekend is blurred together.
Cena was in the crowd selling it like crazy. Women's Battle Royal. Paige and Beth Phoenix on commentary. Of course, Paige would be used to cluster fucks on camera. But anyway, I'm not apologizing. Kavita Devi, which you had not actually seen because you missed some of the Mae Young Classic.
I love the interaction between her and Becky Lynch, where Becky was like, "Orange is my color."
So orange isn't the new black?
No,
That's
Naomi was not wearing orange.
Speaking of Naomi, which we'll get to in a minute. Peyton Royce, Dakota Kai, Kairi Sane, Roland. No. Why? I'm going to be worse here in this show. It was really nice to see a lot of the NXT women there. Conte, I forget how you say it. Say her first name, sorry. Tanya Conte?
Tarzan. I'll call you Tarzan.
But it was good stuff. It was nice to see these women have a shine. Of course, then you had Kairi Sane get eliminated during the commercial. Right as we go back.
The fuck? The winner of the Mae Young Classic, and what happens?
I'm not saying Kairi Sane needs to go on an Asuka like what was an undefeated streak.
She needs to go on a tear.
She does. But Kairi Sane, one, she's 100 cuts of the door of a world into one. Two, she's also a really good athlete.
Yes.
As opposed to Shayna Baszler. But Sasha and Bayley had good interaction. Bayley thought she won, and then Naomi eliminated her, and it was stupid. I have nothing against Naomi, but why? Why? I mean, unless you mean this is going to mean nothing if Naomi goes to Raw along with the Usos.
I mean, if you remember, Naomi is... Well, she was one of the SmackDown Women's Champions.
She was, twice, oddly enough. I'm not knocking Naomi. I'm just saying it's a bit of an odd move, but hey, you still played up to Sasha Bayley.
It's not the oddest move of the night.
It isn't. Pre-show matches were fine, though. They did deliver. They had some good energy, especially the Cruiserweight match. Bad rendition of America the Beautiful. I mean, I'm sorry. I know they're kids or whatever. I don't know who they are. I don't care. They weren't... Stop trying to jazz up that shit.
Yeah, you don't toy around with the Mona Lisa. You just don't touch,
You don't tug on Superman's cape?
That too.
Okay. Speaking of which, Bray had a bigger flesh apron after being in the Lake of Reincarnation. I don't know, maybe JoJo gave it to him.
What? Are you alright?
No.
Okay, so we're good.
Okay. But yeah, it was. You don't mess with America the Beautiful.
Yeah.
You don't. Of course, shout out to Big Bird 432 when you watch this. This is the worst rendition of God Save the Queen I've ever heard. They got the tune and the lyrics wrong. Bravo. He's from the UK, by the way, in case you didn't gather. Seth with blue contacts versus the Mizmatine Dream.
Yes.
And Balor.
Yep.
With all the LGBT community. I missed the exact group's name.
I don't know, but in the French Quarter, there is an LGBT corner. I know because my dad and we wandered into that area when we were exploring the French Quarter back when I was in New Orleans.
Oh, really?
That's where I got the skull ring. Was that
where you got that?
Is in the French Quarter, in the French market, not the LGBT corner. But
is what it is. But
it is part of the culture there.
And that's good. And it was really, really cool to see Balor do that stuff. And all you homophobes, I hope that you cried about it.
Yeah, I mean, come on. You're watching
a sport
where half-naked men sweatily handle each other. So,
Chris, are you implying that there's a slight amount of homoeroticism in wrestling?
Did you see the John Cena match?
I did, and we will get to that in a minute. But this was a great way to start the show.
Yes.
Miz really showed how great of a heel he was, hitting some good moves. Balor and Rollins, of course, stealing the show. Rollins hitting frog splashes from space. I mean, good lord.
2-3 seconds in the air.
Jeez.
For mini tickets.
I mean, good lord. Great stuff. Seth winning. It's good. I got that wrong. We got that wrong.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, our other best friend got 10 out of 14 right. He was second. I got 7 out of 14 right. Because this show was weird. Ugh. But still, great way to kick off the show. I mean, really good. I mean, it was a great 3-way to kick it off. And then we go to Charlotte versus Asuka for the SmackDown Women's title. Now, let's go to the entrances first. One, Asuka had terrible 3D renditions of masks. And I'm not knocking Asuka, but whoever came up with that, Kevin Dunn, I'm going to blame you, you Bucky Beavertooth motherfucker, and I hope that you're miserable every day of your life. Despite all the money that you have, I hope you're miserable. Hope you choke on your teeth. Terrible, though. Terrible graphics. But Asuka, great. Before that, Charlotte had a very Starrcade 1983 type entrance where they had the lights down, and they raised them up. Okay, she had some Trojan men with her. I guess they were for her protection.
No. I'm sure one of them was Spartacus.
It's a good movie.
Oh,
lousy TV series.
I mean, when we're talking about flares.
Oh, God. I should have heard that. So, anyway. Deep cut for everybody there. Really shouldn't have said that about a women's match. But anyway, Charlotte had a very cool entrance.
Yes.
Big hype to this. Great submissions and strikes. I mean, great stuff. They pulled out some great moves.
They did. The only quandary I'm stuck with is the fact that Asuka...
Now, that's true, but I want to say first, though, before we get to that, the moonsault where Asuka covered the botch and trapped that submission, that was great. My problem is it felt like this match was just getting started. You know, there were maybe about 5 minutes left. And then all of a sudden, Asuka taps out to the figure 8, and you're like...
Yeah.
Now...
if it was a pin, yeah, I would go with that. But to tap out after an undefeated streak...
Of 900... No, not 900 days, actually. Or not 900, but I mean... It was 700 something.
Now, this will, in fact, aid Asuka's career.
Yes.
Because now you're no longer booking her into a corner of an undefeated streak.
And now, you can give us heel Kana.
Yes.
Which, for those in Japan, will know, oh God.
Yeah. So there'll be more tension in her matches. That people won't be like, this is bad because we know she's going to win.
And then, yes.
I think this was a good idea, just a not well thought out ending.
It wasn't.
The Charlotte was ready for Asuka bit was a good idea.
It was a good way to put her over, and I have nothing against Charlotte. I have nothing against Charlotte winning, pretty much for the same reasons you said. Though, why the tap out? Pretty stupid. And then they completely ruin it while Asuka's like, okay, hey, yeah, we'll have another match at some point or whatever. Asuka just looking great, even after a 20-minute or 15-minute match, something like that. Charlotte up the ramp, celebrating with her title, and then Cena gets told something and runs, and they
interrupts everything.
Ruin the whole damn thing.
You could have waited 2 minutes.
1 minute. Could have waited until Charlotte...
Because you don't need to run commercials during Wrestlemania.
Yeah. It was stupid. Because that really did ruin it. And that would tie in later, but then you had the U.S. title match, which we will pee into quick. Rude, Rusev, Mahal, Orton. It was cool that... I don't know what they're doing with Aiden Skrull. I mean, Marty English. I mean, the villainous singer. I don't know what they're doing with him. They're trying to make Aiden English Marty Skrull. Did I make that clear? Rusev, hugely over. Had some good spots in it, though. The problem is Rusev. Now, I don't know if Rusev legit asked for his release, and that's why he got put in this match. Rusev's hugely over. His merch sales are on fire, and you have... Go ahead. You know what? I'm just going to let you do it.
Jinder Mahal pinned Rusev on Rusev Day.
That is terrible.
And won the U.S. title. Mahal is a champion. It's more. He pinned Rusev.
On Rusev Day.
Randy Orton, he could take a loss. Bobby Roode could take a loss. Rusev, you don't capitalize on your second most popular wrestler.
I mean, if that's second, he's top 3.
Yeah.
I mean...
It makes no business sense, no creative sense, and also, eventually, for you guys, no sense as in cash. Because Rusev will leave if this keeps up.
Rusev should go to New Japan. You're telling me Rusev and Lana as a Cody and Brandy type duo in New Japan is not money? That's money. Rusev's style would shine in New Japan. But no, Vince, and the fact that I wish the steroid trial had actually put you in jail, because it might have humbled you a little bit, Vince. I don't think WCW humbled you enough. You have to bury Rusev. Pretty much the same thing as you. This was embarrassing. Jinder, by the way, and I'm sorry, if you guys can love the fact that Jinder won, that's great. You guys are wrong. And
yeah, congratulations, you're wrong.
Yeah, sorry, Jinder's not any good. And they're doing this backwards. If he had won the U.S. title last year, sometime last year.
And again, though, there's no way that they can go forwards with this at this point.
No.
Without putting back in the champion, like the WWE Championship picture. But why at the cost of Rusev?
Right. Rusev should go to Japan. That's it. Make the rounds, go to Japan. People say he should go to Impact. No, he wants to get paid. Sorry, it's just, Impact. Sorry, Impact fanboys get upset about that. Sorry.
I don't know if he goes to Ring of Honor, it'd be Rusev of Honor.
Oh, God, that would bother me. Well, New Japan and Ring of Honor have co-branding. Co-branding, too. Ronda Rowdy, and Kirk Angel versus Steph and Triple H. And holy Jesus, this was a whole bunch better than I thought. One,
you done good, Ronda.
let me just say this much. One, Ronda's entrance attire, I was okay. Man, that was nice. That gave me some aroused interest. Which, by the way, in case you can't tell, you know, but you can't see it on camera, but a Ronda Rousey, a hot Ronda shirt.
Pick you up, you're like, there.
Pick me up. That's impressive.
I would, but that would involve me getting behind you, and that would get uncomfortable for everybody.
Speaking of getting behind, the crowd got behind Ronda here. This was a ton better than I anticipated.
Yes.
The submissions, the fact that I thought she was going to tap out Triple H, the fact that Stephanie was a right cunt during the whole match, because that's all Stephanie is a right cunt. You knew I was going to work that word in at some point.
Yeah, he's British.
Yes. But this was great.
Yeah.
And the crowd was on fire for Rowdy. You know, Ronda Rowdy.
Thankfully, the New Orleans Fire Department was there to put them out. It was unfortunate there were a few fatalities.
No, that was...
I'm very, very concerned.
That was all Lee. That was all Lee that did the fatalities with the Sub-Zero gear.
Are you sure that wasn't a Glacier reference?
Blood runs cold, interest runs out. Poor Glacier. They poured so much money into that goddamn thing and he went nowhere. Faced Big Bubba Rogers, the crickets. It was great stuff, though.
Yeah.
That mixed tag match was great. Oh, boy, it was great.
Ronda challenging Trips, and Triple H regretting it immediately as he's dancing around like a little girl in the corner when getting punched by Ronda Rousey.
I'm used to having worked punches by Shane, not actually getting hit. This is good stuff, though.
Yes.
This is very good stuff, and Rowdy and Kirk Angel won.
Yeah.
And
Go figure.
Ronda probably should have picked better shorts. Because...
Yeah. Go figure.
I mean, I'm not upset about it.
She was trying to fix her shorts and top constantly during the match.
It was nice, though. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go on to the
Get better fitting ring attire, and it'll save you some embarrassment.
Better fitting rear attire. Good stuff, though. It might have been the match of the night so far. New Day and Usos versus the Bludgeon Brothers, and it's over. The Bludgeon Brothers win.
Nice.
The Nusos.
The Nuso days.
Usos
one-ish.
Yeah.
Nuso days one-ish.
Oh, God. You know what? No, I got it. If they were Hispanic, one-ish. Terrible. You're disappointed in me, aren't you?
If only you could see.
Not good. But it was cool. I mean, and like, at least Usos got on the main card. Cena and Elias, it was good stuff. Cena was like, oh, God, I'm going to face somebody. And then the lights go out. And Elias.
Yeah.
And Elias trolls everybody. He gets beat up. Somehow Cena was wearing the less loud shirt in that ring. Sweet Jesus, Elias, what is your fashion like? I mean, I know they're in New Orleans, and I know that they're open about stuff, but the flowers. I mean, they will not tell you secrets. They will tell you what the fuck are you wearing. Cena's up the ramp, and then Taker.
Yeah.
For a reason.
And the old 90s lightning effect that they used to do, which was great. Hit the ring, and then Taker's gear had appeared before, and then it went.
And then Taker appeared.
Yes.
And then beat Cena up. This is probably the best physically the Taker's looked in years. The problem is the match was only about 4 minutes.
Yeah. Apparently that was all John Cena needed. Sweet Jesus.
Cena gets tombstone by Taker, basically, and Taker wins. And as the tombstone pose is happening, Taker has his tongue out while his dick is over Cena, and boy, Cena, whew.
He enjoyed that moment.
Man,
that was his WrestleMania moment.
He adjusted his attitude by the longitude.
There are things that we wish we couldn't see. John Cena right then and there was one of them. And now you can't unsee.
But I didn't want to see Taker wrestle. If they were going to have him wrestle, this was probably the best way to do it, though.
Yeah.
Please have Taker retire. This is it. He ends with a squash, 26 Manias, he's 24-2. He doesn't need to wrestle next year. He doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
He's going to wrestle next year, isn't he?
Probably.
Yeah. Brian and Shane versus Owens and Zayn. Starts off with Brian being laid out. Hey, welcome back, and you're done. Shane...
and the worst paramedics in the world, as it takes 4 minutes 5 minutes to try and get Daniel Bryan into a stretcher, and that just kept going.
Shane did all these moves, by the way, with diverticulitis and an imbecile hernia. Did I get that right?
Umbilical hernia or something. Whatever.
Oh wow, did I get that wrong?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Umbilical.
Yes.
Umbilical.
An umbrella hernia. That's what it is.
Yes.
Rihanna.
That's what happened to Sir William.
Oh God. Forgot about that. This was decent.
Yes.
It wasn't great. It was a showcase for Bryan to come back, and of course Bryan managed to do it. Kudos to Shane. I hope that Shane gets the surgery he needs. Because, dear God, doing that while he needed a hernia surgery. Shane, you're insane.
You're a McMahon.
While wrestling Zayn, but you shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. Daniel Bryan took, well, hell of a kicks and haluva kicks.
Yes. And then he won.
Yes, he did.
And it was great stuff.
What about that whole Vanguard 1 shit from the beginning?
Oh God, that was so weird. It's like you had Shane's entrance, and then you had the spotting the Yes movement in Vanguard 1. Apparently Matt Hardy loaned Vanguard 1 to Bryan.
Yeah.
It was so weird. But it was good to see Bryan back. This is the best way to use him and then push him up into other stuff. Like, against somebody that we will mention later. You had Alexa versus Nia in the women's title match, and it was I mean, no.
That was the best sound you could possibly make in regards to this match.
It was, and I mean, could they have picked less of a?
That was the sound John Cena made.
Oh, man, seems like Cena was excited about that possible proposal, the match proposal. But anyway, could they have picked a different color other than brown to be on Nia's outfit?
Yes.
I mean, because that was bad.
They would have picked pink.
True. We did not need to see her Jack's hole. That's all I'm saying. Highlighted like that. Speaking of pink, Alexa looked great, but Mickey got laid out quickly.
Yep.
Alexa, this hurt Alexa to do. This hurt Alexa. I mean, and I'm not talking. This was. You gotta end this feud. Maybe by payback, but you gotta end this feud. If you do Superstar Shakeup, maybe not right after Mania, but after payback, I don't know. Keep Nia on there, switch some women around, maybe send Alexa back to SmackDown or something, but just. I don't know. It's just that Nia won, cool. Okay, Nia holds the championship. They're gonna need to make a bigger belt, but because they are. What?
So worth bringing up?
Yes.
Okay.
It was meh, but it was nice to see Nia win. Cool.
Yeah, Nia won.
Yeah, shocking. Didn't tap out to somebody.
No.
Boy, what an entrance for Nakamura.
Yeah.
Anita Strauss.
I didn't think you could improve on Nakamura's theme, but there you go.
That girl was hot. She was. She apparently was shredding the guitar, which I didn't know was an actual term till just now.
He was running this joke into the ground for like 8 minutes.
No, seriously, I actually didn't know shredding was what you call a guitar. I didn't know that. I'm white. Yeah, you're disappointed in me, aren't you?
When were you born?
I was born in 81.
Okay, so for about 9 years of your life, you should have been hearing this terminology.
I tried not to pay attention to people in my youth. Is that fair? You're disappointed, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Just because.
Wildly.
Okay. But you know what, though? Hey.
But then again, I mean,
yeah.
My daddy does rock. My mom does rock. Well, no. My mom does dance, and my daddy does rock and roll.
That was true. You know what, though? Anita Strauss, cool. Nakamura had a big entrance. Styles got Pyro back. Woohoo! Big fight feel, great stuff. Focused on the Nia Nakamura. And then, of course, Styles Clash, and that was it. It was great. It was great stuff. Yes. I don't mean to gloss over this. One, this review's going long, but two, it was a great match. It was well-paced, and it should have been the main event. Sorry, it should have. But, I mean, I get why it wasn't, because we had to have an abortion of the main event. But, no, let me get to that in a minute. Nakamura winning should have happened. But, as the show...
We got the next best thing.
We got heel Nakamura. We got...
AJ Styles was, expecting an end to the Wrestle Kingdom, like the Wrestle Kingdom. Nakamura, on the other hand, had China on the mind, apparently.
He slept with X-Pac?
Well, X-Pac was in the crowd, but alas, no.
Low blow. That's what the next thing was. And, need to face heel Nakamura. He was a glorious heel in New Japan. And I only seen a little bit of it, but he was a glorious heel. Or at least...
He looks like he'd be very good at being the cocky heel.
Yes. He's a great talent. And this could lead to a rematch payback, maybe where he wins, and then we go to Nakamura, Daniel Bryan at SummerSlam.
You need the ultimate heel against the ultimate face.
You do, and I mean, come on, how great would that be? The Bar versus Braun, and Braun looked for his partner in the crowd.
Yes.
And found a Make-A-Wish kid.
And then...
that I thought was a girl, and actually turned out to be a boy.
Yeah, that was weird.
I mean, I'm not being mean.
No, we all thought that.
Yeah. But, so, Braun tags the kid in. The kid gets in the ring, gets scared.
No.
I mean, which, to be fair, I mean,
no thanks. I choose life.
The kid did not want to be Yamcha. And then the kid tags out. Braun basically beats the Bar, and this kid is now the tag team champions.
And now the repercussions of how do you proceed from there?
Braun picks another partner tomorrow.
Just keeps grabbing kids from the crowd.
Grabs Jarius. Jarius from the Hall of Fame.
Little did we know, he was actually Penny Braun the Clown.
Get it!
Jericho was trying to warn us all along.
This was odd. It was hilarious, but what am I watching? It was just weird and just okay. So one, they didn't have nearly as many backstage segments. That was nice. They focused on the goddamn ring. It's almost like they've been watching New Japan and realizing focusing on the ring. Did they though?
Think about all the replays that we had, all the promos.
And Chris, that's true. But think about it. They didn't have nearly as many backstage segments as you would expect. True. Then you have Brock versus Reigns. One, New Orleans, thank you for justifiably booing Reigns. And not because I hate Roman Reigns the person, because I don't. I hate the character. I hate this idea that Vince thinks people will cheer him. Vince, I swear to God, Shawn should have hit you harder at WrestleMania 22. Maybe if he had split your head open harder, it would have worked.
Speaking of splitting one's head open.
Yeah, but let's get to that in a second. Blizzard just freaking destroys Reigns. Just destroys him. And I'm like, just give us the inevitable conclusion, because you're going to give us Reigns with the championship, because we can't have nice things, because you guys are dumb fucks, and you're trying to push another Cena. But he then, actually, I think he just busted him open with his elbow.
Yeah.
He had to take his gloves off.
All right, gloves are off. Time to hit you with my elbow.
I don't think Brock understands. But here's my question. It was like, what, 5 F5s?
Yeah.
Reigns is bleeding. Oh, he's going to win. And then another F5, and that's the 5th F5, and Brock wins. Brock, who's going to UFC, has the Universal title.
Brock, who left completely capable of walking.
Yeah, after all that stuff. And I mean, Reigns got some shots in. The crowd justifiably chanted CM Punk and stuff like that. And by the way, Vince, I hate you for putting this up there. I can't wait till you're out of power and retired. I'm embarrassed that you're friends with Donald Trump.
As are we all.
Yeah, but then again, I'm not surprised. And Linda can keep one eye on Trump and one eye on the rest of the cabinet. Linda was actually in the crowd.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Keeping an eye on the match and on her grandkids at the same time. This was odd because I'm like, okay, one, it's getting a better grade because Reigns lost, and I hope all you fangirls are crying and bitching. Maybe when you hit puberty, you can recognize a real talent. But this was good. Sorry, look, I mean...
He's not Jinder Mahal.
No, he's not. But the idea, 4 straight WrestleMania main events, this guy is getting less and less over. They don't want to listen. Maybe if we slap Vince with a brick, he'll listen. But apparently somebody did, because he's bringing back the XFL. B? I'll say B. Because even for all the roller coaster shit it was.
Because?
Yes. New Day rocks? No. It had its roller coaster moments. It had its good moments. I understand why the losses to both the Rumble winners happened. I just don't understand why the main event happened. And by the way, I hope everybody that's a Reigns fan is crying into their pillow. You deserve it. You deserve it. You should cheer Reigns. No, I'm not going to cheer the corporate guy. I'm not saying the guy doesn't work hard. I'm not saying he doesn't put on good matches. But he doesn't deserve these title reigns. He doesn't deserve the fact.
Reigns is in his name, though.
Reigns? Did I say Brains?
No, you said Reigns.
Oh.
I said Reigns is in his name, though.
This is true. Roman does not deserve all this stuff. He doesn't deserve 4 straight Mania main events. They've done this. I don't know what the hell happened. Maybe he lost because he got wellness. I hope not, because I certainly don't want him to be unable to provide for his family. The man works hard and works hard for his family. But he's not that good. He's not as good as they need him to be. Brock's going to come out tomorrow and lay the title down. That's it. Anyway, So B for you?
B.
Okay. Agree, disagree with what we said? Think I was too harsh? I wasn't. Because even Lesnar winning, though I didn't expect it, it was good because maybe it means good things are going to happen. Anyway, like, share, comment, subscribe, Twitter links, thumbnail for that guy.
Hey.
In the description. Been Real Honesty with John Ritland and
The Derbinator.
see ya.
Tomorrow.
Or at some point. It would be tomorrow, wouldn't it?